Today we're talking about the different aspects of time travel. Like, sub, comment, thanks, let's get into the video. Sonic CD was the original appearance of time travel in the Sonic universe. Now this matters because time travel is going to get a lot more wild as we go through the ages. But for now, all you need to know is that time travel changes the future based on if you go to the past or not. The reason why I'm clarifying this is not for you guys, it's for myself, okay? It's for myself. I don't understand time travel, it sucks so bad. So we don't know exactly how the time stones work because the game they're introduced in, they kind of suck, okay? You collect a time stone, it creates a good future, but it doesn't actually teleport you to the future. You have to use one of these time posts. Now, people say the time posts are diegetic. I'm not here to debate that, I don't care about that. All I know is that getting these time posts will create a good future. So, we get all the time stones, but actually no, we don't actually do the good future because Metal Sonic exists. Metal Sonic is one of the few anomalies. Obviously, the reason why Metal Sonic exists is because it's a game about time travel, and time travel creates stronger machines for Eggman during that time. Most of his robotics from back in the day aren't actually as advanced as everything that comes after Sonic CD. When looking at Sonic CD and everything that comes before it, which is basically Sonic 1, nothing in it compares to Metal Sonic. Not even anything in Sonic 2 or 3 compares to the amount of capabilities that Metal Sonic has. But that doesn't matter. What matters is how time travel works. How time travel works is quite literally your past affects your future. But Metal Sonic, we don't know when Metal Sonic is made, so if we don't know when he's made, we can't tell if he's supposed to be erased from existence. Or is this attempting to tell us something unique about Sonic time travel? It's that time travel, when you actually go back in time and change things, doesn't actually change anything that happens in the future, especially when talking about characters created by the future, you know? So Metal Sonic was created in the future. If Metal Sonic was created in the future and he was brought back, Sonic changing it to a good future doesn't actually change the fact that Metal Sonic exists. This either means one of two things. Metal Sonic was always supposed to exist, so changing the future doesn't change him at all. Or two, changing your past doesn't change your future. Your future becomes the past. What I am saying is that it actually just creates a branch timeline, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But this doesn't clarify anything at all. So what matters is the fact that Metal Sonic would lean towards branch timeline theory, but then also the time stones in the signpost would lean towards butterfly effect theory. So we have no clear distinction on which, and it gets even worse as we go along. The next game to do time travel is nothing other than Sonic 06, man. What the fuck? Mephiles the Dark isn't going to be talked about during this section of the video, specifically because he's an interdimensional being who is unaffected by time, and this is about time travel, so he kind of just sits outside of that, just like the Time Eater. Well, in Sonic 06, instead of using the original forms of time travel that they introduced in Sonic CD, they instead go with the absolute worst version of time travel to use. The version of time travel they go with is a version of time travel where all those events actually already played out and you're not actually changing the past or the future. What you're doing is you're going to your predetermined destiny, which breaks the cataclysm of Sonic having free will. Sonic is a free will based character, and at all making it to where your history plays out no matter what you do, that breaks the entire point of Sonic's character. You can talk about the themes of fate in Sonic 06, but he doesn't really change fate, does he? And we have no confirmation that the reboot that happens after Sonic 06 isn't meant to happen. But that's besides the point. In Sonic 06, time travel works in a way that if you go to a certain point in time, you are actually meant to be at that certain point of time. There is no butterfly effects for real, let's be real. We have both Sonic 06 and Sonic CD, but then then you start to realize, hey, wait a minute, what happens to Silver? And then you realize that you have to talk about Sonic Rivals. In Sonic Rivals, we don't even know how the time travel happened. Genuinely. The entire adventure doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Actually think about the fact that there's no method of actually getting back to the past. Assume everyone in Silver's future, same device that Eggman Nega does. Nega, like the smartest Nega of all time, so no idea what's going on there. So we get past Sonic Rivals, we come back in Sonic Rivals 2, but then later in the IDW comics, they explain Silver's time travel like this.
Every other time I've been sent to the past, it's been to save the future from turning into another wrecked world. That's my job, my purpose. And every other time I know what I need to do because it's history. But this time, nothing. There's no crisis in my future, and things are okay here. Everything's fine, but I'm not.
Let's make this very clear, okay? Silver the Hedgehog saves the future. He goes back to his time. He is sent somewhere else. Notice, he doesn't mention a person. No person is sending him back in time. So the time stream itself is sending Silver back in time. That's kind of crazy, but okay, I can work with this. But he's sent back in time multiple times, and his future is saved from that thing, but he doesn't change as a result. That would just conclude that Silver is immune to time travel shenanigans. But that's kind of crazy, you know? Like, you're immune to time travel shenanigans, but your future changes around you. If your wrecked future is all you know, then why don't we have a story about Silver coping with the fact that his future keeps changing around him, but he never changes at all? Why don't we have a story like that? It doesn't make any sense. And as we keep moving on, we start to realize that Generations doesn't actually take place in the real world. It's basically Sonic restoring time in a plane of existence where time doesn't really exist. So we could skip that. The Phantom Ruby is hard to explain, and I don't know how to use it in a way that actually makes sense, because Phantom Ruby works on thoughts, but those thoughts become reality, just like the Master Emerald. But the Master Emerald displays this in a way that's actually more concrete and conclusive of how it actually works. With the Phantom Ruby, it uses the static effect, which makes everything seem way more fake than it probably is supposed to be. So if you want me to make a video on the Phantom Ruby by itself, like the video. If we get like 100 likes on this video, I'll make a Phantom Ruby video. So what are the rules of time travel in the Sonic universe?
He's always been fast. Very fast.
So in Sonic, the rules of time travel are, you can go back into the past, but you were always meant to be in the past, so you never actually change anything. Simultaneously, the future can change from your actions, but you won't change. Erasing events in the future does not prevent any of the future's events from happening. Basically, what this implies is not that we're changing the entire amount of history. What we're doing is maybe just weakening threats that are in the future? I'm not entirely sure, man. In their current state, Metal Sonic and Silver the Hedgehog are time anomalies. Thank you for watching the video and coming with me on this journey. I know it's not edited, but I'm trying to understand time travel better for a theory that I'm making later. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you want more content like this, get us to 10 likes on the video. If you want me to make a theory video about the Phantom Ruby, get 100 likes on the video. I will see you later. Like, subscribe, comment, thanks.
Put your nose up in these britches. We'll see a deep throat, 0.5 inches. Yeah. Suck my dick. I stuck my fingers in. You were high, girl.